Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. We appreciate that. We have a lot of crashes happening out on the highways this morning, and this could mean some changes to your morning commute, especially if you're heading into Hartford. So we do want to get straight over to Kate Francis. She's been tracking these traffic alerts for us this morning. What's the latest there, Kate?
All right, ladies. Yeah, unfortunately, roads are a bit of a mess, especially through the greater Hartford region here. Let's start you off with this first alert. We came on air right at 4:30 with this in West Hartford, 84 eastbound between exits 41 and 43. Just one lane open here, and it does look like traffic has once again, it's either just very slow or stalled. It's moving just again very slowly. So unfortunately, just that one lane that's getting by at this time because of an overturned tractor trailer. Looks like they're starting to get some of this cleaned up. However, DEEP is on scene because of an associated fuel spill. This was first reported by Connecticut State Police just about 4:15 this morning. Minor injuries have been reported in this crash as well, and it's causing major issues as you're traveling in towards Hartford this morning. So doing a little bit better. I really don't want to say we're doing a little bit better. We're still dealing with some heavy delays backing up towards the Farmington town line here this morning. Also dealing with the first alert in East Hartford, 84 westbound between exits 59 and 58, the left lane and HOV blocked off. We are seeing really heavy delays here as you're traveling, say, from Manchester into East Hartford towards Hartford. Here are those backups here just a little bit further up on 84 westbound. So again, give yourself plenty of time as you're heading out the door. Grab the sunglasses. Make sure that you're giving yourself time to get around some of these issues, and keep it tuned in here to the Wax and the WFSB app for the latest. Let's check out your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers. Scott, I hope you have better news than I do this morning.
Absolutely beautiful out there today. Absolutely beautiful during the day tomorrow, but Sunday, All right, officially a heat wave as of yesterday. We got to 90 degrees at Bradley. 3 consecutive days of 90-degree heat, thus making it an official heat wave. Our first alert live radar dry, and that's the way it stays until Sunday around 10 o'clock. We're talking about good visibility out there, but again, Sunday, it is now a first alert weather day for strong, possibly severe storms, wind, lightning, and downpours, particularly between the hours of 10 and 2. 10 and 2. It's going to be a quick moving system, but nonetheless, it does bring it, we want to bring it to your attention, thus issuing that first alert weather day. All right, let's show it to you with first alert futurecast, tomorrow's weather today. We're taking a look at beautiful conditions today, nice conditions tomorrow. This is Sunday around 2 a.m., a couple of sprinkles, but the main action rolls in at 11 o'clock, and it's done by 2 or 3 in the afternoon, thus providing us with a first alert weather day. Your forecast for today, 76 to 84. Beautiful day today. Get out there and enjoy. Ladies?
All right, thanks, Scott. Let's get to breaking news from overnight, where House Republicans just approved $9 billion in spending cuts, including about $8 billion in cuts from foreign aid programs and another $1 billion from public broadcasting.
So to pass this bill, President Donald Trump had to request to cancel the funding authority set previously by Congress. He's the first president in about 30 years to do that.
Connecticut Congressman Jim Himes opposes the cuts. He said in a statement, in part, just weeks after slashing health care and food assistance for millions of families, Republicans are now clawing back funding for public broadcasting, foreign aid programs, and support to Ukraine. He goes on to say, my colleagues are folding to his intimidation rather than standing up for our democracy. In just a few hours, the suspect accused of injuring 2 New Britain police officers while fleeing a traffic stop faced a judge for the first time.
Your reporter Taylor Knight is live outside of New Britain Superior Court to explain the charges that he's facing. Taylor.
Caitlin, Tracy, those officers were injured at a gas station about 2 miles from where we are right now. But this all started over in nearby Berlin around 9:15 last Friday night. Berlin police say they found 39-year-old Christopher Chris's car stopped at the intersection of Christian Lane and Mysterio Drive. We say he was asleep behind the wheel, suffering from a suspected drug overdose, with the car still in drive and his foot on the brake. Officers tried waking him up, and that's when they say he put the car in reverse and allegedly rammed 2 Berlin police cruisers before speeding away. A short time after that, New Britain police spotted his car at a gas station on Corbin Avenue. Police say officers tried to arrest him there, but Chris ended up hitting several New Britain police cruisers and 2 officers. Those officers were brought to the hospital and they are expected to be okay. No Berlin officers were hurt during this. Chris is now facing multiple charges, including assault on police and larceny, because police say the vehicle he was in was stolen. We'll keep you updated on everything that happens in the courtroom today, on air and online at WFSB.com. Your reporter live in New Britain, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, this morning, a state DOT worker is recovering from minor injuries after a car crashed into a construction vehicle. This happened right on Route 9 in Berlin. The driver of the car is now facing DUI charges. A reminder here to slow down and move over when going through work zones. That is the law here in Connecticut.
This morning, police are investigating a log splitter accident that killed an 18-year-old from Ridgefield. Pinpoint News Tracker is showing you where it happened in South Salem, New York, just over that Connecticut border. Police tell us the victim was moving the log splitter when it rolled down a hill and struck him. Investigators say there are no signs of foul play.
This morning, a Meriden woman facing manslaughter and other charges after a crash that killed her 11-month-old baby 2 years ago. State police say she was impaired when she crashed into a guardrail on 91 in Enfield. She's being held right now on bond.
And this morning, a North Haven man is facing multiple charges for allegedly striking 2 people with his car during a road rage incident earlier this month. Police say that man then returned to the victim's home multiple times, only leaving after a member of the victim's family fired a gun at that suspect. He's due in court next month.
Today in Wallingford, state leaders will talk about the impact of cuts to federal food assistance programs known as SNAP. Experts say thousands of families in our state could lose benefits. Officials are now looking at the ways that the state can offset those cuts.
And also today in East Hartford, there are discussions about summer meal programs happening in the state. Some are, of course, especially difficult for children who are facing food insecurity. Right now, the school meals they rely on are no longer available. The State Department of Education is partnering with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to provide free summer meals to students.
Well, this morning, Gardner Lake State Park in Salem is back open for swimming. It was closed early yesterday, you remember, because of concerns about bacteria in the water. The water is tested daily. So according to the state's park's website, Indian Wells State Park in Shelton and also Lake Warramog State Park in Kent are still closed today.
Something to check out today and tomorrow. The Riverfront Food Truck Festival is back. More than 30 trucks offer a range of cuisine at Mortensen Riverfront Plaza from 11 this morning until 8 tonight, both today and tomorrow.
All right, listen up to this. This weekend, you can get free ice cream from Stop and Shop in honor of National Ice Cream Day. You can get a free quart of store brand ice cream. It's a good way to celebrate the weekend, right? The promotion starts today and it runs through Sunday.
All right, let's go town by town for a look at what's happening across our states.
Today in Hamden, the fire department is welcoming a new chief. Shelley Carter will be sworn in at the town hall. She joined the department just last year after holding a number of roles during a 22-year career with the Hartford Fire Department.
And in Naugatuck, construction is set to begin today on a new train station. It will be located right across from the fire department near Old Firehouse Road and Maple Street. Officials hope that bringing that train station closer to downtown will benefit local businesses.
And in New Haven, the city needs your help cleaning up Beaver Ponds Park. The department will team up with volunteers at 9:30 this morning. The park has some new play areas for the kids. Today's event is part of the city's Park Blitz. Officials are planning to host cleanups like this over the next few months.
All right, we've got something fun for you to take part in as well. In just a few hours, we'll reveal the top 16 places in our best hot dog competition.
All right, so you're going to have to tune into Eyewitness News starting at 4 o'clock today to see the full bracket. It's based on submissions from you.
And then starting next week, we're going to need your help to narrow down that field. So voting starts first thing Monday morning right here on Eyewitness News starting at 4:30.
All right, 7:09 is now the time on the wax here. Let's take a look at the forecast. What a day it's going to be. Look at this golden sunshine. Temperatures in the low 80s as opposed to the low 90s. We'll take that with lower humidity as well. More of the same for the shoreline. Temperatures there could actually achieve or get a little bit better than where they're headed inland, and that's due to an offshore breeze as opposed to and onshore breeze. Your forecast for today, 76 for Salisbury. That's one of the cooler spots. How lovely. Open up the windows and let some fresh air in, because tonight it is going to be spectacular, clear and cool. 86 tomorrow, right back to average with mostly sunny skies. First alert weather day for Sunday with showers and storms expected between 10 and 3. Monday through Thursday next week looking good. Another check of the forecast coming up in just a bit.